Welcome to This Explainer. Our mission here is pretty simple. We want to educate and inform the world. Today, we're breaking down the true cost of what you don't know, and we're going to deliver a definitive, highly tactical framework to help you scale your impact. Look, if you've ever felt totally stuck, working incredibly hard but just not seeing the growth you actually want, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to dig into the invisible forces that are holding you back and give you the exact tools to finally break through.
Let's kick things off with a massive paradigm shift. Education isn't just some formal institutional path you finish up in your 20s. Not at all. It's an urgent, ongoing financial necessity that's required to bridge the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be. The cost of not knowing how to achieve your goals is a literal debt you pay every single year. Seriously, think about your current bank statement. How much of what's missing is simply because you haven't bought the right map yet? Just let that sink in for a second.
So here's our agenda for today. 1. The cost of ignorance. 2. Investing in your skills. 3. The Core 4 framework. 4. Scaling your output. And 5. Action steps for lifelong learning.
Okay, Section 1. The cost of ignorance. Understanding your hidden tax.
$950,000. Imagine this. If you currently make $50,000 a year, but your ultimate goal is $1 million, your ignorance is actively taxing you for that missing $950,000 every single year. It's a massive, massive time tax. You're paying literal debt service to a false reality simply because you haven't acquired the blueprint to generate that missing revenue yet. You are literally funding your own plateau.
We actually call this concept ignorance debt. You can think of it kind of like a toll booth right in the middle of your road to success. You're just going to stay stuck at this booth, watching everyone else drive right on by, continuously paying a massive fee and lost potential until you acquire the necessary skills to lift the gate and drive forward. The most expensive thing you will ever pay for in your entire lifetime isn't your house or your car, it's the information that you do not know but really should.
Moving on to Section 2. Investing in your skills, the ultimate arbitrage.
You know, traditional investing is completely flipped here. Putting $1,000 into the S&P 500, that might get you $100 a year later if you're really lucky. Instead, you need to invest in the S&Me 500. It's an index fund that never experiences a bear market. Investing time and money into your own skill acquisition yields the absolute highest, most permanent return possible. You are the only asset you can permanently hold. I mean, $1,000 invested in a new skill to better market yourself could literally triple your income in just a matter of months. Imagine trying to shoot an arrow at a target, but you're wearing a super thick blindfold. You can adjust your stance, you can buy a way more expensive bow, you can practice your release technique all day long, but you're gonna keep missing, over and over again. Acquiring a new skill is simply taking the blindfold off. Suddenly, you can actually observe realities about your business and your environment that were previously completely invisible to you. You finally know exactly where to aim.
Let's dive into Section 3, the Core 4 framework, the tactical engine.
All right, welcome to the Core 4. This is literally a foolproof map for getting attention, and it's built on a super simple 2x2 matrix. You just combine warm audiences, so people who already know you, and cold audiences, complete strangers, with either one-to-one communication or one-to-many communication. That's the whole shebang. That is the exact engine that drives all growth.
So there are absolutely only 4 ways to let anyone know about your value. One-to-one to a warm audience, that's warm outreach, like texting a former client to see if they need help again. One-to-many warm, that's posting free content on your Instagram or LinkedIn for your existing followers. One-to-one cold is cold outreach, emailing or DMing a complete stranger. And one-to-many cold, that's running paid ads. If you aren't doing one of these 4 things today, your business is effectively invisible.
A lot of folks wonder why they aren't growing. But the harsh truth, no one actually knows they exist. To lift that toll booth gate we talked about earlier, you must pick one quadrant, just one, and completely dedicate yourself to mastering it. Do not try to do all 4 at once. That is the ultimate shiny object syndrome, and it will absolutely dilute your efforts to zero. Pick your single quadrant and execute it daily.
Next up, Section 4, scaling your output, breaking past plateaus. Okay, this scaling sequence requires a rigid, unbreakable order of operations. More, better, new. It is incredibly tempting to jump straight to new because, honestly, a new platform or a new strategy gives you a fresh hit of dopamine. It feels super productive. But it's an illusion. To truly scale, you have to first maximize your current volume by doing more, then you optimize for quality by making it better. Only after you've exhausted those 2 entirely do you earn the right to try something new.
Before you spend hours trying to write, a slightly better message or trying to learn the algorithm of some complicated new platform, you just need to send exponentially more of what is already working until you hit a literal constraint. If 10 emails get you 1 lead, send 100. Push your volume until your calendar is entirely double booked or your inbox is fundamentally broken. Find your physical or systemic limit. Then, and only then, do you go in and make the process better.
And finally, Section 5, Action Steps for Lifelong Learning.
Remember just passively watching this explainer while sipping your coffee? Yeah, that's not going to cut it. The true definition of learning is facing the exact same condition but executing a new behavior. If you sit at the exact same desk tomorrow, open your laptop, and do the exact same things you did yesterday, well, you haven't actually learned a single thing. You've just been entertained.
So here is your required action plan to make sure you aren't just staying entertained. First, accept 100% responsibility. You are the ultimate source of your current outcomes. Next, aggressively pay down your ignorance debt by investing in your skills. Third, pick just one core 4 method to practice today. Fourth, strictly follow the rule of more, better, new without skipping steps. And finally, understand that you are building this bridge of skills one brick at a time. It doesn't happen overnight, but momentum is everything.
As we wrap this up, I want you to look really closely at your goals and ask yourself, what is the true cost of your inaction right now? And what specific step are you going to take today to stop paying that debt? The toll booth is right in front of you. It is time to acquire the skills, lift the gate, and drive. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go build.